Welcome to this edition of Inside the Sheriff's Office. I'm your host, Dr. Marshall Komina. A recent Federal Trade Commission report noted that fraudsters stole more than $15.9 billion in 1 year. Joining me now to talk about how we can protect ourselves is Detective Sgt. Kurtis Imperial from the Property Crimes Unit of Eden Township Substation. Welcome. I've been looking forward to seeing you.
Thanks, Marshall. Thanks for having me.
Would you share with us what some actions are that we can take to protect our homes?
Sure. We could have surveillance cameras mounted to the exterior of your home, having interior latches such as extra chains for the front door stopper bars. You can also have residential alarms, dogs, watchful neighbors while you're gone, and not keeping your garage door openers inside your car if they're parked outside on the driveway is very helpful as well. You could also rely on other applications for your garage door on your phone to open up your garage, and sometimes people have remote control keychains for their garage door rather than leaving them in the car.
Absolutely. What about our car? Do you have some tips on how we can prevent theft?
Absolutely. When you leave your car unattended, it's always very helpful to secure your windows and doors, setting the alarm. Never leave your car unattended while it's running. You can also, again, have it parked in a very lit place with a motion detector or a surveillance camera nearby. And then you can also have, for catalytic converter thefts, which is a big problem, you can have a shield installed at the bottom. At some auto body shops, they could run up to several $100s, but the investment is worth it. You could also have the VIN number inscribed on your catalytic converter or something descriptive on the bottom of it.
What a great idea.
Yeah, to make it distinct if it is stolen. And the other thing you could do is you can also add a kill switch to your car as well from an auto body shop, which would design the vehicle not to start if a suspect enters your vehicle and they try to hotwire it, or if they're able to clone the key fob and try to start it, it will not be able to start unless the switch is activated.
Is that activated by a key or a toggle?
It could be a toggle, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's very interesting. Now, if I see something that looks a bit off or suspicious in my neighborhood, what should I do?
You should call your local law enforcement, or if it's an emergency, you could call 911. With us, with the Sheriff's Office, you can call 510-667-7721, and you could report any of the suspicious activity that you're observing, and we will send a deputy out to investigate that activity.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you. What about deliveries? I myself have been a victim of porch pirates recently, and I'm just wondering if there's some things that I can do to better protect my purchases.
Sure. There's again, the surveillance cameras are a great tool to have to protect your property, and especially when a delivery is made. It does definitely help to set the activations on your surveillance camera if you have them. If you don't have any surveillance cameras, the best option, if you're home, of course, and you're expecting a package on a specific date, is to try to pick it up immediately.
Yes.
Usually the delivery companies will at least knock on the door or ring the doorbell to let you know that a package has been dropped off. They will take a picture of it. They will send you a notification if you have a cell phone to let you know it's there. And once you get that notification, it's always best to go out there and retrieve that package as soon as possible. Or if you're not available to retrieve the package, to make arrangements with your neighbors and let them know that a package has arrived and if they can pick it up for you if they are home.
Neighbors can be helpful, can't they?
Absolutely.
And just coincidentally, last night I installed some infrared units
Nice.
around the garage, and they're sort of, they aren't terribly conspicuous, and I'm hoping that they'll be a good thing. Now, if I'm going out of town, are there some steps that I can take to protect my house?
Sure, you could always let your neighbors know that you'll be out of town and to keep an eye out for your residents and to notify law enforcement if they see anybody suspicious lurking around your residence. You could also ask for the mail and newspapers to be stopped, so newspapers do not pile up on the driveway, which gives an indication that somebody may be away from the house. Again, surveillance cameras, they're very inexpensive. You could purchase these at Costco. They're Wi-Fi activated, so as long as you have Wi-Fi, you could connect these to your device and watch your residents while you're away.
Just through your phone?
Yes, through your phone or through your laptop or your iPad. The other things, if you leave a car on the residence or at the residence and you have key fobs, these aren't 100% foolproof, but these are called Faraday bags, and they also sell them in boxes like Faraday boxes. And it's basically a device or a contraption, and you put your key fobs inside, and what that does is it protects the radio frequency or the RFID from being read from outside your residence. And so sometimes suspects, bad guys, will attempt to pick up those RFIDs from your key fobs to clone your key fob in order to break into your car, steal your car, without having to break a window and making that noise. The other thing you can do to protect your residents is if you don't have an alarm, if you don't have cameras, you could do something very simple, such as connecting a digital radio to a timer and setting that timer for the radio to go off. And what that does is it gives the perception that somebody's inside the house. And if a bad guy shows up at the house and hears voices inside the house or music inside the house, they will probably be given the perception that somebody is home, and that would probably deter them away from the house as well. And finally, you can always, if you live in the sheriff's office jurisdiction, you could call the number I provided earlier, 510-667-7721, and you could ask the sheriff's office to conduct patrol checks of your residence for the time frame that you will be gone on vacation or away from your home.
That's very, very interesting. Thank you. We'll be right back on this edition of Inside the Sheriff's Office in just a moment. Welcome back to this edition of Inside the Sheriff's Office. I'm sure glad you're here today. Have you seen a benefit to having outdoor motion lights?
Yes, motion lights are very helpful in that they illuminate somebody that is coming near your property or something coming by your property, such as an animal. And it also diverts people away from your house because it notifies them that they are likely being recorded. And it also gives us a better description if they are caught on camera committing a crime. It gives us a better description of their height, their weight, their build, and which direction they fled.
I see. Now, many people have cameras and the Ring doorbell series now. And do your statistics show that these are helpful in scaring off thieves?
Yes, in some cases, but not all. Suspects, thieves, they pretty much know that there's cameras all over the place nowadays. So they will continue to carry on with their thievery, if you will, in some cases where there's cameras. But yes, having a camera in itself is a deterrent. But again, if a suspect still decides to come commit their crime with a camera. Since they do know that cameras are prevalent, they will often hide their face, they will cover their faces with a mask, and they'll turn away from the camera, and after they're done committing their crime, they will continue on. But at the very least, cameras help us, again, figure out which direction they flee in, and then we just keep going in that direction until we find another camera that gives us a better description of that person.
Well, sometimes you might wonder if a camera is enough, or should we be sure to purchase the recording service? It seems that the Nancy Guthrie case has shown us that recording element might be important to add to the service if you can afford it.
Yes, so having the recording element option built into the camera is a very good option to have, because again, once you have a camera mounted, that's a deterrent by itself, but having the recording abilities helps law enforcement document what that person looks like, exactly what they did, so we could connect them to a specific crime, and it gives us further leads into apprehending and identifying that suspect.
Gotcha. Well, would you advise setting alerts on the cameras too?
Absolutely. The first thing I would advise is setting the activity zones on a surveillance camera. So when certain activity, such as a person or an animal, is within a certain range of your camera, that initiates the recording. And at that point, I would set the alert to notify your personal device, such as your cell phone or your iPad or your laptop, whatever you are working on at that time, to receive notifications throughout the day.
It's very good advice. Now, phone and computer scams are becoming so prevalent. What can we do, or better said, what can we not do to protect ourselves?
So the best thing to do is to avoid any phone numbers or emails that look unfamiliar. If you happen to answer the phone, and if it's somebody that sounds unfamiliar and they tell you an outrageous story that you either won the lottery or that someone's in jail and you've just been living your normal life, you can just hang up at that point. But the best thing to do is just not to respond to any phone calls or emails or text messages you receive.
It's sort of hard to do sometimes when it puts you on your alert and you wouldn't think that people would try to fool you.
Yes.
Well, can you share some of the scams that we should watch out for?
There's several scams, unfortunately, that are happening, such as people will receive a phone call from the Alameda County Sheriff's Office, and they will provide a name of one of our employees. Usually it's somebody that they've seen through social media, such as one of our recruiters. They will use one of their names, and they will say that you have a warrant out for your arrest, and in order to not get arrested, you need to pay a certain amount of money, and you need to, or they will provide a different unconventional way of paying money in order to pay for your warrant to go away, such as purchasing gift cards and then reading off the gift cards to them over the phone at a later time.
I see.
The sheriff's office, first of all, will not call anybody and notify you that you have a warrant. Usually we want to keep that under wraps, if you will, and we don't want to give somebody information that they're going to get arrested. That kind of defeats the purpose of that. And we would never ask for anybody to purchase gift cards or pay a large sum of money in person to get rid of their warrant.
What's the number one tip you would give for scams?
Well, Marshall, I would recommend just assuming that the call or the email or the text message is not real. And again, do not respond to something that sounds unusual. Again, if you receive an email, pay attention to the specifics of the email. Look at the email address. If it's somebody's name at gmail.com or somebody's name at wellsfargo.com, that's probably a very unorthodox type of email being sent to you, and it's very likely that that is a scam. You can always call your bank to verify if you are an actual victim of fraud, because most of the times these emails will indicate that your bank account has been compromised and that you need to go to the bank and withdraw a large sum of money and meet with someone and drop off that money in order to have your bank account made whole again. Most banks will ask you as a customer, if you are withdrawing a large sum of money, why this money is being withdrawn, and if a scammer gives you a predetermined story, such as if they do ask you, you have to tell them that you're having renovations done to your house. A real bank security fraud division will not give you a predetermined story to tell your own bank tellers.
That's something.
Yes. And if you do meet with somebody at your house, and if you do have surveillance cameras, be aware of how long a surveillance camera keeps the recordings. Because if it only records for a week and you make a report with us 2 weeks later, we probably will not be able to retrieve that footage.
Isn't that interesting? What about personal safety? What tips can you provide to help us stay safe?
Well, first and foremost, you should always be aware of your surroundings. When you're outside your house, particularly after you go to the bank, you should always be looking at your surroundings while you're going to your car. Make sure no one is following you. If you get into your car and you notice that there is someone following you, you can always call 911 and let them know that you think that you are being followed, or you could drive to the nearest police station and take a safe position there and make a phone call to your local law enforcement. And then while you're also out at the bank, it's also very important to protect your PIN number while you're entering your PIN number. If you're using your debit card, if someone is nearby and if they feel a little too close, there's nothing wrong with just walking away and waiting until they go away until you feel safe to enter your PIN number on your card.
Where can we find out more from the Sheriff's Office about this subject?
Visit our website at alamedasheriff.gov. You could also attend our sheriff advisory meetings, which are monthly, and they alternate every other month in San Lorenzo or Castro Valley. Or you could also attend your local municipal advisory committee meetings. If you live in your local parts of ACSO's jurisdiction, such as in Castro Valley, in San Lorenzo, in the Fairview district, or you can join an academy that's more geared towards the community, and you can learn about crime statistics and what we do at the Sheriff's Office to fight crime.
I hear that many of those are very effective.
Yes, very educational.
Thank you for that information, and thank you for being here today and updating us.
Great. Thank you, Marshall.
I'm Dr. Marshall Komina. Join us for the next episode of Inside the Sheriff's Office, right here on Tri-Valley TV. Be safe, and thank you for watching.